Hi friends, Live Fit with Laura here on this beautiful day. This is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. So just want to share with my friends how different the day looks today. It's very, very crisp, but it's cloudy. The sun is barely coming up over the ridge there. It's very, very cloudy. It was raining a few minutes ago. Each day is very beautiful. Each day is different than the other. I want to encourage my friends to remember that we don't carry around the garbage. For my friends with severe depression or anxiety, are we kind of saying that we are predicting that we'll always feel that way? I want to remind my friends that when we feel really bad, we just simply keep going. We must keep going because many of the feelings that we have are very temporary. We must choose to feed those feelings. We must choose to feed our spiritual beliefs. We must choose to feed what we know to be true, the facts, not the feelings. The reason people downward spiral when they have major depression and they feel hopeless and it feeds on each other is because they're feeding those feelings. They're giving too much attention to those feelings. So I want to encourage my friends to realize that if we feel really, really bad, let's walk with me. When we feel really, really bad, whether it's depression or just insecurity, anxiety, whatever it is, remember that these are feelings and these feelings are not forever. Do not predict that we will, quote unquote, feel that terrible forever, because we won't. So we never make a major decision. We never send a text or make a phone call or write a letter or make any major decisions about relationships or jobs when we, quote unquote, feel terrible. We keep going, and I'm going to walk down this beautiful, beautiful road here. We keep going. We keep going because we know that feelings are very temporary, and what is eternal? I like to encourage my friends to think about what is eternal. God is eternal. The other thing that is eternal is that the fact that we know we will have another day, another 24 hours. So our feelings are very temporary. Circumstances are very temporary. Many, many things that we fret about and worry about and allow ourselves to consume quite a lot of unnecessary energy are actually temporary. So I'd like to encourage my friends today to remember that when we feel really, really bad, we don't feed those feelings. It might be as a monkey sitting on our shoulder to remind us about the beauty of the sanctity of life. I've shared with my friends that I have genetic depression, major depression, and for a period of many years I was way over medicated on drugs that made my situation much worse because I was put into a stupor. I was unable to work. A lot of those medications medicate your brain to the point where you're very, very passive and you're unable to take charge of your life or be proactive. Your reliance is on the drugs and on the therapist. You become very much like a infantile mentality, depending on others to babysit you. I want to remind my friends that no one is put in this earth to babysit. Believe me, the therapist is being compensated generously for, quote unquote, babysitting you. And when we feel really bad, I'd like to encourage my friends to have a healthy distraction. By healthy distraction, I'm talking about a walk. Get outside in this beautiful, beautiful day, whether it's rain, snow, or shine. We get outside and we put on our shoes and we just walk. Even if We have crippling depression. Let's get outside and walk. Let's even get outside for a few minutes and notice the sky, the trees, the flowers, the breeze. And then as we are distracting ourselves away from our bad feelings, we'll notice that we feel much, much better. We take our mind off ourselves. Let's get our mind off ourselves, not feeding bad feelings, knowing that this too shall pass. We'll not always feel that way. So to summarize, we never make major decisions about relationships, jobs, situations. We don't react in text or email or phone calls when we feel bad. We take a pause. In Icelandic, we say pausa. We take a pause, and soon we'll find that if we allow ourselves to heal, let's allow ourselves to feel better. Live well with me. I'm going to have my brisk walk. It's windy. It's different today, reminding us that every day is different. Every day is a gift. Every day is unique. So we cannot, what gives us the power to predict that we will have depression the rest of our lives, or quote unquote unhappiness the rest of our lives? It is up to us. It is our attitude and our decision to be proactive and decide to live well, not because of circumstance, not because of depression or anxiety, but in spite of. I actually feel sad most of the time. I have melancholia. It's a kind of a genetic thing. I don't talk or verbalize my complaints. I get out, I get my exercise, I continue on with my day. I focus on the haves and not the have-nots. I focus on my living Savior because He gives me the peace that passes all understanding. He alone gives me the peace that passes all understanding. Not a person, not a job, not a situation. So live well with me on this glorious day. Get out and get your exercise. Get our mind off ourselves. Remember that feelings are temporary. Feelings change. We cannot predict the future as far as circumstance, and it is up to us to be proactive in our mental and physical health. And as far as our spiritual health, we seek the face of God, which we do not have to look far because He's with us at all times. He will never leave us or forsake us. Have an awesome day with me, enjoying the peace that passes all understanding. Living Fit with Laura.